80% of men over 60 report a decline in erection strength. That statistic alone is unsettling, but what if I told you that testosterone isn't the only thing to blame? In fact, many men are being misled. The true culprit may be a tiny kidney-shaped organ you've probably been ignoring your whole life, your endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels. Why does it matter? Because without healthy blood flow, no pill, cream, or supplement can restore a strong erection. And even more shocking, most of what limits that blood flow can be fixed right in your morning routine. What if the secret to better erections wasn't hidden in a prescription bottle, but instead started in your kitchen, your living room, or even your backyard before breakfast? Urologists are now revealing what really drives male performance after 60 circulation, endothelial health, and habits that keep your blood vessels young. And if you're doing just one of the wrong things most men do in the morning, you may be sabotaging your erections without even knowing it. Now here's why this matters more than ever. If you're over 60 and ignoring these changes, the risks go way beyond the bedroom. Poor circulation doesn't just mean weaker erections. It's also a red flag for your heart health and your brain. The Cleveland Clinic says that the same narrowed arteries that reduce blood flow down there also predict stroke and heart disease. Not only that, lower blood flow and reduced erection quality can cause hormone imbalance, leading to fatigue, muscle loss, and faster aging. When your testosterone and growth hormone drop, it's not just your strength that suffers, it's your energy, your sleep, even your mood. Let's not forget pelvic health. Ignoring it leads to rising prostate issues, everything from benign prostate enlargement, BPH, which causes annoying nighttime bathroom runs, to more serious risks, including early markers of prostate cancer. And here's the kicker: when your vitality dips, so does your confidence, your desire, and your emotional well-being. Anxiety, depression, and low libido aren't just mental, they often start with physical changes in your body that you can reverse. Bottom line, your erection strength is a mirror. It reflects your circulation, hormones, metabolism, and yes, even your emotional health. Let's make that mirror something you're proud to look into. Now stick with me, because coming up in just a moment, I'll walk you through one morning habit that's been clinically shown to boost nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for blood vessel dilation in men aged 60 to 75. Backed by a 2022 study, this habit is free, takes less than 5 minutes, and you already have everything you need to do it. Plus, I'll reveal why many older men should actually be doing Kegels, yes, just like women do after pregnancy, and the leafy green that behaves like nature's Viagra when eaten 3 times a week. So let's start with where the day begins your morning routine. The first thing many men do after they wake up is reach for coffee. But here's the issue. After 7-8 hours of sleep with no water, your body is already dehydrated. And dehydration thickens your blood, reducing circulation. Before your first cup of coffee, try this instead. Start with 1 full glass, 8 to 12 ounces of clean water. Bonus points if you add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for better mineral absorption. Then, activate circulation. A simple 5-minute nitric oxide booster can do wonders. Here's a quick routine. Do 10 light squats. Breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale slowly for 6. Repeat this breathing 3 rounds while doing air squats or just stepping in place. This warms up your blood vessels, stimulates your heart, and signals your brain that it's time to circulate nutrients and hormones. One retired vet named Tom, from Florida, 68 years old, did this exact blood-boosting morning sequence. After 4 weeks, he messaged us to say, "I hadn't seen reliable morning wood in years." Then boom, like a switch flipped. I felt 10 years younger. Second habit? Don't just eat for testosterone, eat for circulation. Most men focus on protein or cutting calories. That's fine, but we need to talk about nitric oxide foods. Nitric oxide, or NO, is a gas that your body naturally produces. It helps your blood vessels expand and stay elastic. When NO levels are low, your arteries stiffen. And guess what? Blood can't flow freely to the parts of the body where it's needed, especially during arousal. Urologists now recommend adding beets, leafy greens like spinach or arugula, and pomegranate regularly. Just 1 serving of leafy greens a day can dramatically increase nitric oxide, and within days. A Harvard Medical School publication reported that men who followed the Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil, fish, grains, and berries had 40% better erectile function compared to men who ate a standard American diet. And it's not about going vegan, just think blood-friendly meals. A breakfast with eggs, spinach, and a bit of avocado oil? Great. Lunch with grilled salmon and beet salad? Perfect. Evening snack of walnuts or a pomegranate smoothie? That's a win for your arteries. Now, let me ask you, have you ever consciously trained your pelvic floor? Sounds strange, right? Most men haven't. But this next insight is a silent game changer. See, your pelvic floor muscles are like a hammock supporting your bladder, colon, and yes, your reproductive organs. When these muscles weaken, blood can't stay trapped effectively during an erection. That's why it starts, but fades quickly. Kegels aren't just for women. A study published in the British Journal of Urology found that men over 60 who practiced pelvic floor exercises 3 times a week showed significant improvement in erectile firmness and control within 12 weeks. Here's an easy one to start right now. Next time you sit in a chair, sit up straight. Contract the muscles you'd use to stop urinating midstream. Hold for 5 seconds, then release for 5 seconds. Do 10 reps. You can also lie on your back, bend your knees, then lift your hips in a bridge pose. At the top, squeeze your glutes and pelvic muscles. Hold, then lower. These simple moves can rekindle the neural connections that keep you in control of your performance. Speaking of sitting, this next one may surprise you. Too much sitting can literally reduce your erection strength. It's called death by sitting, and yes, it affects your manhood. When you sit for long periods, especially in slouched or tilted positions, you compress the nerves and blood vessels that serve the pelvic region. Over time, this can cause numbness and reduce the vascular response needed for an erection. Here's a simple fix. It's called the 30-30 rule. For every 30 minutes you sit, stand up and move for 2 or 3 minutes. That's it. Take a few steps, stretch your hip flexors, do a few standing knee lifts if you're in the privacy of your home. One 62-year-old accountant named Jeff shared that he was averaging 10-11 hours at his desk every day. After implementing this rule with reminders on his phone, his intimate life started to bounce back within the first month. Now, we've talked about what to add. Let's talk about what to remove, and these are the foods that are quietly stealing your vitality. Trans fats, processed meats, and sugary foods are some of the worst offenders for men's vascular health. These foods inflame the body and damage the endothelial lining of blood vessels, the very pipelines your body needs to nourish an erection. The Mayo Clinic warns that high sugar intake leads to insulin resistance, which restricts nitric oxide production. And processed meats like salami and bacon, they contain preservatives and high sodium, which constrict vessel flow. Instead, eat for fuel, not fatigue. Bring in omega-3 rich fish like sardines or salmon, healthy fats from avocados and olive oil, and nuts like almonds and walnuts rich in vitamin E and arginine, which supports blood flow. Remember, you don't need a perfect diet, just a smarter one. Every processed item you replace with real food gives your arteries a chance to heal. So as you're starting your day tomorrow, ask yourself, am I fueling my body to perform or to fail? Because stronger erections aren't about luck, they're about blood flow, hormone balance, and small daily wins. And coming up, that powerful but surprisingly simple habit that can trigger nitric oxide production first thing in the morning and radically improve blood flow for men over 60. You don't want to miss it. Here it is, the simple, free, and surprisingly powerful habit that's been proven to boost nitric oxide levels in men over 60. You ready? It's sunlight. That's right, just stepping outside and exposing your skin to natural morning light for 5 to 10 minutes can help stimulate nitric oxide production. Your skin absorbs ultraviolet rays, which trigger your blood vessels to release stored nitric oxide into your circulation. This widens the arteries and improves blood flow, and not just to your limbs and brain, but down to the areas that help you stay firm and energized throughout the day. In fact, a 2022 review from the International Journal of Molecular Sciences cited direct sunlight exposure as a naturally abundant and accessible way to activate endothelial nitric oxide synthase. That's the enzyme responsible for creating nitric oxide right inside your blood vessels. No supplements needed. Your backyard or balcony will work just fine. A retired firefighter named Ed from North Carolina sent us an email about this. He was 67 and struggling with sluggish mornings, poor sleep, and fading drive. He said, I started stepping out onto my patio barefoot every morning with my coffee. 10 minutes, just facing the sun. My energy picked up, my sleep got deeper, and yes, things down south are firmer than they've been in years. Here's how to do it. When you wake up, drink your glass of water, yes, the one with sea salt or lemon. Then step outside. If possible, show a bit of skin. Shorts, t-shirt, sleeves rolled up. Stand still, breathe deeply, or take a short walk. Light movement accelerates circulation, but the main benefit here is light on skin. No sunglasses. Either you want those early rays to hit your eyes, without looking directly into the sun, to trigger your body's natural rhythm, known as the circadian cycle. And here's a little bonus, it helps your sleep at night. Morning sun exposure encourages melatonin production about 12-14 hours later. Better sleep means higher testosterone, quicker recovery, and better sexual health. It's all connected, gentlemen. Rehook here because if you've ever felt frustrated by pills that promise the world but deliver nothing, remember this. Blood flow is the bedrock. And that's something you can influence every single morning, no prescription required. Now let's circle back to foods that act like natural vasodilators. One of the most powerful? Arugula. Yes, those peppery little grains you sometimes see in fancy salads. Arugula is incredibly high in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. In fact, it contains more nitrates than spinach, kale, even beets. A study from the University of Newcastle showed that consuming high nitrate grains like arugula 3 times per week significantly improved endothelial function in older adults. That means their arteries became more flexible, their blood pressure decreased, and circulation improved, including to the most important areas for men. Add it to your eggs. Mix it into smoothies with pineapple and banana. Or toss it with olive oil and lemon for a quick side to your dinner. And don't stop at arugula. Other nature's Viagra foods include cooked beets, watermelon, dark-colored berries, and garlic. Each of them helps your vessel walls relax and expand. When your arteries are relaxed, blood flows faster. Muscle tissue responds better. You feel more alive and it shows. Here's a little trick. Try making a circulation salad twice a week. Use arugula, quartered beets, pomegranate seeds, walnuts, and a drizzle of olive oil. Add grilled salmon or sardines on top, and you've got a plate that fuels both your brain and your bedroom. Now pause for a second. Let's do a quick body check. How's your breathing right now? Are your shoulders tight? Are you clenching your jaw? Because your nervous system plays a silent, yet powerful role in vascular health. When you're in fight or flight mode, rushed, anxious, or stressed, your blood vessels constrict, your cortisol spikes, and your body suppresses functions that are crucial for intimacy. That's why stress management isn't optional, it's essential. Even 5 minutes of breath work can lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and improve erectile response. Try this grounding exercise right now. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if you can. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Do that 5 times slowly. You might feel a slight buzz after it's your parasympathetic, rest and restore, nervous system waking up. Over time, this becomes your secret weapon. Men who breathe better, sleep better, and move more in rhythm with their body trigger hormonal repair and neurological strength. Remember, health isn't just physical, it's emotional. Your confidence is a health marker. So is your laughter, your presence, your readiness to connect with people you love. Strong erections are often a side effect of strong daily habits. You're building more than just physical strength, you're restoring identity, purpose, joy. Rehook again because too many men silently accept decline as normal. But 60 is not an expiration date. In fact, it's your invitation to reclaim your health, take back your mornings, and build a body that moves and responds like it used to. All right, let's tie it all together. You've learned that declining erection strength is more than just a testosterone issue. It's circulation. It's endothelial health. It's your habits, what you put in your body, how you move your body, and how you start your day. Things like hydration, leafy greens, pelvic floor work, and even sunlight can profoundly impact the strength and reliability of your erections. You've learned that sitting too long, eating processed junk, and ignoring your stress don't just affect your waistline, they directly sabotage your performance. And now you've got a blueprint built on clinical evidence from Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, and more that shows how blood flow is the root of vitality. So, what do you do next? Tomorrow morning, start with water before coffee. Add light movement and deep breathing. Step outside for 5 minutes of sunlight. Toss spinach or arugula into your breakfast. Start squeezing those pelvic floor muscles even while sitting. And commit to standing every 30 minutes if you're sitting for long periods. One change at a time. Stack them. Repeat. Within days, you'll feel the shift. Better energy, clearer focus, firmer mornings. Within weeks, you may notice confidence returning in your walk, your drive, and yes, your bedroom life too. Now remember, this is your journey, but you don't have to walk it alone. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a tip tailored just for men over 60. Share this with a buddy who could use a boost. And check out our next video, where we'll break down the top 3 supplements that actually work to optimize blood flow, not fluff, just facts. You've got what it takes, gentlemen. Better health doesn't start in a pharmacy. It starts in your morning. Start yours strong.